with loads of other boys. I was just seeing like these really fit guys, you know, undressed. Wait, like what is this? Like, are we just all gonna show each other's cocks? Like, what's happening? Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to today's video. For today's video, I have a very gay video for you guys today. Like, very gay. Like, probably one of the most gayest videos you'll ever see on YouTube. So, basically, today I'll be doing a bit of a throwback video. Pretty much, I don't know if you guys watched my last video where I did this, but a few months ago, I did childhood signs I was gay. But in that video, I really did, like, childhood. Literally, like, 4 years old childhood. But in this part, I'll be doing more, like, preteen. So, like, when I was, like, starting off school. Like between the ages of like 10 years old and like 16 to when I came out. So like these are all like little signs that I, you know, struggled growing up with and that I knew I was gay towards the end because of it. So these are not really things that I think were noticeable by other people. But yeah, so hopefully y'all enjoyed today's video. So before the video does start though, I just want to tell you guys that if y'all subscribe, hit the bell, and comment down below the notification squad shout out, I'm gonna go in the comments down below of this video and follow you. So if y'all do all three, well, this little gay over here will follow you, so if y'all want that gay follow. Alright guys, that's all for the intro, and let's just get on into this gay video. Let's go. Also, I would just like to mention if I look sweaty in this video, it's because I am. Basically, we're in Florida, so hopefully that explains it. Also, I'm just a really sweaty person in general, so... But besides my, you know, sweatiness, let's get on into this video. Alright, so the first sign I was gay, so... Oof. Okay, so a lot of these are like kind of embarrassing for like even myself that I'm like talking about this on camera, but anyways. Okay, so you know like back in like 2010 when boys used to like sag their pants and like their like half their ass would show? I'm trying to talk really like not too loudly when I'm explaining this because my parents are in the other room like next door. So remember like back in 2010, even up to like 2014 really, but like when that trend was going on that like guys would just like sag their pants and like half their ass would show and like their underwear would show and all that. I don't know, sorry, I don't know if y'all can relate to this like at all, like one bit, girls and guys, gay guys of course, but I found that so hot. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like literally, so I would be in school, right? Like this trend had just started happening and there was a guy in my class that was like very up on trends. Like we were like 10 years old, have in mind. 10 years old, like still in like elementary school. And this guy, hello. And this guy in my class, so he started doing like that trend where like he used to sag his pants and the teacher would always be like, oh my god, pull up your pants. And I would be like, no, please don't. Oh my god, like in school, like I was like literally a 10-year-old and I was like, oh my god, that's so hot. To this day, like not really anymore, but like it was really like when that was a trend, like I found that so hot. Like, and then even that went up to like when I was in high school. So in Canada, you go from like elementary school to then high school. So like it's a very big like transition. And my high school back then had like no, it was like uniforms. Like there was no like, you know, personal clothing, but the guys would all sag their pants, like their uniform pants, to like, you know, have a bit of color in them. I don't know what it was, but like I was like, oh, that's so hot. Maybe it was just like the ass outline, maybe it was like imagining them like just in underwear. Anyways, we're starting off strong on this first one, but if anyone can relate to that, let me know down below so I know I'm not the only one. Okay, also I have like a half cold right now, so if it looks like I have no more voice left, that's because I don't. On the bright side, Santa got me a hydro flask for Christmas, so Santa must just know I'm like a basic, you know, everything just tastes better out of a hydro flask. Alright guys, now we're on to the second, wait, what is it? It's the second, oh, second childhood sign I was gay. I was gonna say reason I was gay, but like, does that even make sense? Okay, so this one is funny. I think these are actually really gay, so if you have any of these signs, I'm pretty sure you're gay. So the second sign that I was gay, so still in the same kind of like time of like when sagging pants started. So like when I was like 10, 11. So at our elementary school, we had this new like substitute teacher that would come in and just kind of play guitar. Like now that I think about it, that's all he would do. So like if our math teacher was sick, for example, he would just come in and be like, hey guys, so today we're gonna learn about math. And then he would just like go on and sing like about his girlfriend. But make a long story short, basically this guy was very attractive. He was like a young guy, like probably just got out of college, like hottie patati. So obviously every time someone would come in and be like, hi guys, so today y'all are gonna have a substitute teacher, like all the girls in my class would like hold their breath and hope that it'd be him. And then all the boys of course would like be jealous and be like, I don't even think he's hot, like all these things. But like me, like as a a boy that, you know, is gay. But back then, I didn't know I was gay. Have in mind, like, I didn't even know what gay meant, I think. So back then, I was like low-key, like, I was like, with the girls, I was like, please be him, please be him. But like, coming out of my mouth, I was like, oh yeah, no, not him. He just sits around and plays guitar and he's really ugly. But like, in my head, I was like, hottie, hottie, please be him. I feel like everyone has like that one like substitute teacher story. But then also, I don't know what it was about the school, but we had like really hot substitute teachers. So when the hot guitar player wouldn't come in, this other girl would come in, and she was very young as well, and I must say she had a nice pair of titties. So then when she would come in, all the guys would be like, oh dang, it's I don't know what her name was, Vanessa. Oh dang, it's Vanessa. And then all the girls would get pissed. So it'd be like a vicious cycle. And then when the girl came, I was like, ugh, not her. In my head, I was gay and sassy in my head the whole time, by the way. And then in real life, I would say like, oh yeah, Vanessa with the big tits, she's back. I swear I probably didn't sound very believable back then, but anyway. So that was another sign I was gay, that I found the hot guitar player hot, but the girl with the big tits, I kind of found her a bit cute, to be fair. Like, low-key, I think my bisexuality was like quaking back then, but I think I found the guy a lot hotter, and I saw myself with him a lot more, being a bottom and all. Alright guys, now we're on to the third sign that I was a faggot. Oh. Okay. So this one is very similar to kind of like the first one. So this is like more when I was like 11 to like up to now, I would say. So I always found, as I said before, like I always found like guys like sagging their pants with like their ass showing like really hot when I was a kid. I just found men's underwear and like on like fit men really hot. So when I was like 11 and 10, I was in that stage where I was like, okay, well, like I want to start buying like cute hot guy underwear, but for myself. But I always found it super awkward to go like underwear shopping with my mom, because I would always go shopping with her. So buying clothes was like one thing, but like underwear shopping with my mom was like super embarrassed. Am I turning into like an actual basic Vesco girl? I just said fucking, what did I just say? I forget. So I always found like men's underwear like really hot. But finally, like I pull up the courage and I was like, Mom, we should go like underwear shopping for myself because I'm running out of underwear. Like I would literally try like any excuse just to be like, let's go buy some cute fucking underwear, Mom. So I think a lot of people are like starting to talk about this on TikTok like more and more now, because it's become like a more generic thing. But when I would go in the underwear aisle, like whether it was Target, whether it was like Walmart, whether it was like a really nice store like you know, American Eagle, like back then, oh my god. Hi daddies. But I always found the underwear model super hot. Okay, like definitely at least 2 gays watching this video can relate to this, right? Like underwear, like going in the underwear aisle and being like, oh my god, these are all so fit. Maybe I am gay, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still a bit confused by like what I'm gonna call this sign, but I guess it's like getting into men's underwear, but also like finding the male men wearing the underwear in the aisles really hot. And that, I mean, if that's not a sign that you're gay, like I don't know what the fuck it is. Oh, like I like underwear, but also the model on the underwear is like call me daddy, or I'll call you daddy. Forgot what role I was playing here. Alright guys, so now we're on to the 4th step. Oh my god, this is going way too quick. Oh my god. Is there a ghost in this house? Like, I keep going blurry. So now the 4th sign is, oh okay. So now I've been talking like a lot about like elementary school and all that kind of stuff when I was like 10. But now I want to get into high school. So again, I started high school when I was really young, because in Canada we start when I think we start when we're 12. So in my elementary school, it was like a kind of weird vibe. You kind of just change in the class. It was really weird. I don't know if your guys' elementary schools did this too, but like you would change for gym class like in a whole class collectively. It was really weird. Like I would literally just be changing with my girls. But when I came to high school, like it was a totally different like situation. Basically, it was like the structured, like boys have a changing room and they all change together, and the girls have one and they all change together as well. By the way guys, I came from like a very small elementary school, like very small town. Like I think there was like 10 kids per grade. Like, it was very small. Yeah, so I was used to that, but then I came to a high school that was like really big. It was like more in the city, so it was very structured like that. So I had never experienced like changing with like loads of different like guys. By the time I got to high school, like I started to, you know, be more horny, I guess. I really hope my mom doesn't watch this video. Like, Mom, if there's any video that you cannot watch, it's this one. So the first ever time I changed in like a high school locker room with loads of other boys, I was like freaking out. Like, low key at first I was like, wait, like what is this? Like, are we just all gonna show each other's cocks? Like, what's happening? That didn't happen. I was just seeing like these really fit guys, you know, undress, and I was like, oh my god, like this is like heaven. And I was like, wow, like high school maybe isn't that bad. And then I went to PE and I hated it, so it was that bad. I think like the locker room was definitely like one big sign that I knew I was gay, like deep down. Alright, next sign. Okay, now this sign might be a bit like controversial. Like, literally this sign is not only just for gays, and I think it's partly because I started going into high school, but this sign is I started taking a lot better care of how I look. So in elementary school, literally I would dress like shit. I would literally just pick out random colors and like put them on. I never did my eyebrows once in my life. Like, my hair was always greasy and like gross. So I never really cared about how I looked. So like my second or third year of high school, like I really started taking care of how I look. So I started doing my brows, for example. Like I started plucking and like combing my brows. I started like, you know, really caring about my hair for once. I used to literally like never care. I used to just like grow it long, never wash it. It was like I was the fucking grossest kid. Really started to really get into like how I dress and like how I look and all these things. This sign could be for like straight guys as well. I think partly like the eyebrows especially and like my lips, that's like a bit gay of me. Like I started to follow like a lot of like beauty gurus on like their skincare routines and all this stuff. So personally for me, like that was like another little sign that like I was turning more gay. Little sign that I might be on the penis side. That's not the peanut. Oh my god. I need a drink. Where is my hydro flask? Alright guys, so now this is the final sign. Now this is probably the sign that literally made me come out to myself. So if you guys are battling with your sexuality at home and you don't know if you're gay or straight or bi or whatever, hopefully this step may help figure that out for you. So this sign is more like after like my second year of high school. So I was like maybe 14 and up to like when I was 16, like when I came out to myself. So since I started taking care of myself and looking a lot better, I think girls started to get more interested in me. And I'm not sure if it's like this at your high school as well, but like the second and third year of high school is like when everyone is just getting with anyone. Back then I had like a good amount of girls that were interested in me. Like I've been told by my friends that like, oh, this girl likes you. I even had a whole like thing with this one girl, like where we chatted like every night and like sent hearts and all that, and this one other girl as well. Like I was talking to like 3 girls like in high school before I came out to myself.
Hi guys, so Nick in the future here editing this video. I just want to clarify that I was speaking to 3 girls at separate times, not all at once. I was not a player, quite the opposite actually. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the video.
There was always like an issue with me where it was like, okay, so I'm talking to these girls, like it's going really well, like we're having good conversation, like we're sending each other hearts, it's going pretty far, and especially with this one girl, like I think she was waiting for me to ask her out, like it was just like nearly there. But the one issue with me was I was always just too scared to ask girls out, and I was always too scared to get into a relationship with a girl. And I think that's like a big part of where like my bisexuality comes from, is just like I find girls attractive and I find them really pretty, but I just think like long term and like relationship wise, I don't think I'll ever be able to be with a girl. Like I know for a fact I won't, just because it's just not like me. So that was like a massive sign for me that like, okay Nick, like you've talked to like all these girls in high school, they're all interested in you. I never made any moves just because I was too scared. I didn't want to be in a relationship with a girl. I knew deep down like, okay, like you know, we have a great conversation over text in real life, you know, we hug all the time and whatever, and it's fun. But if deep down like you don't see yourself dating these girls, then like you know, it might be a sign that like, okay, well maybe you're just really not ready for it. But for me, I think it was a sign that like I, you know, was mainly, you know, gay, like on the gay side. Because a lot of my high school life, of course, I knew I was like a big gay, but my excuse in my head was like, okay, well I also find girls attractive, so I'll just pretend I don't like guys at all and just go for girls, because that was like my mentality in my head. So when it came to having girlfriends, I had like 3 shots, and all 3 times I didn't make it work with them. So I think that's when I was like, okay, Nick, well, if you want to go with that route of, okay, I'll just be with girls then, and you can't even ask a girl out, there must be an issue. Like, you must just really want to try guys. Like, at that point in my life, like, if a really hot guy in my school was to ask me out, and like he was openly gay, whatever, like I would be like, yeah, let's go out, but I can't even ask these girls out, you know what I mean? So that was like a really big sign for me, I think. I get so many DMs every day, like, am I gay, am I bi, whatever. If you have any concerns about your sexuality, in the comments, let me know, and I'll try to answer a few of you. If you guys can answer some concerns as well, that would mean the world to me. But yeah, guys, so that's all for the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully this helped people as well, because as much as these are like funny stories to tell, I really do hope these help people. If y'all want to see a part 3 of this, let me know down below, and give the video a big thumbs up, and just a lot of thumbs up. Well, then I'll for sure do a part 3 of this. Alright guys, again, if y'all want to follow from this big old gay over here, all you have to do is hit the bell, subscribe, and comment down below the notification squad shout out. And if y'all do all 3 of those things, well, this big old gay is gonna go follow you. Alright guys, that's all for the video. Again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you have any concerns at all about your sexuality, comment it down below. Alright guys, that's all for the video. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna see you guys after tomorrow with another new video. Alright, bye.